thank you for joining us on our live show. We are so excited today to be bringing you some top trends of 2025 and some new products. So our team is fresh off their visits to multiple industry trade shows like PPAI in Vegas and ASI in Orlando. They explored hundreds of vendors and thousands of products, and they are ready to bring all of that knowledge back to our clients this year. So today we're going to highlight these shows, the new products and trends for the year, and also how we are leveraging this information for our clients here and Pinnacle Promotions. So we're lucky today to have 5 of our Pinnacle pros, our experts, joining us to talk everything about their show and their expertise. So I will introduce them to you now. We have Mary, our merchandiser. We have Lindsay, our e-commerce manager. Ryan, our e-commerce merchandising manager. Callie, our account manager. And Abby, our director of marketing. So for those tuning in, thank you again for joining us. If you have any questions about trends or products or any of the Pinnacle services that we talk about here today, drop them in the comments and we will follow up with you. So without any further ado, let's get started. First up, we have Lindsay. And Lindsay, I know that you've traveled to Vegas for PPAI several times. So how many times have you been now?
This will have been my 4th time going to PPAI Vegas.
Yeah, so she's an expert, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, what were some of the most eye-catching or unique products you saw at the show, and how do you see them adding value to our clients?
Yeah, so the first thing that I did see, we all love drinkware, right? It's super common. It's one of the top sellers in our industry. And as of late, we've been seeing kind of a lot of the same things. However, we did see some really cool new product where the decoration methods were different. So they were Smitty raised metal. So they had this kind of elevated look, something we've never seen before. It was very eye-catching. So that was one of the exciting things. They were also able to do custom shaped lids. So this would be really great for a university. So maybe you're the Bulldogs. I went to the University of Georgia. So if you're kind of putting a Bulldog's head on that lid, they had space shuttles. They had, these crazy kind of lids. So it's a little bit more fun, a little bit more unique. Versus like your basic kind of tumbler, your basic water bottle. It added all this extra personality to the drinkware piece that people are really going to hang on to for a really long time.
Definitely.
The next thing that I saw, of course, sustainability is extremely important to a lot of companies right now. So you may have heard us talk about Fill It Forward in the past, where this company pretty much makes water bottles out of recycled materials. And now they've come out with a tote bag. So this tote bag is really unique because, again, it's made of those plastic materials, but the straps and kind of the accents on these bags are going to match the lids of those drinkware pieces. So they call it a companion rather than a companion.
Yeah, like a 2-in-1.
Yeah, so they go together. The tote bag has a specific little pouch on the side for that water bottle. So, so it's a cute little, way to show your items off. It also goes back to getting clean water to impoverished communities. So not only is it sustainable, but it is a give back program as well, which is really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Another trend that we're seeing a lot right now is people are doing kind of short weekend travels. So, we're just going up to the mountains for the weekend. We're going to the beach for the weekend rather than these long, week, 2-week long trips. So we saw a lot of weekend duffel bags essentially. There were some like Swiss Digital. Samsonite had a really nice one that we really liked. But then, of course, we saw a lot of economical brands too. So maybe you can't afford to spend $100 on a duffel bag.
Yeah.
A lot of us can't, right? But we saw a lot of really nice looking quality bags at a very affordable price. So I think we're starting to see a shift into that because a lot of people are doing those weekend trips. I get a bag from, my company or maybe, a supplier that I'm working with. I'm going to use that when I, go visit family, go up to the mountains, do something like that. So it's a super, more niche thing that we're starting to see more and more of right now. So I'd say those are kind of the 3 big things that I personally saw that were a little bit more unique from the past.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, those are some great finds. Thanks, Hanson.
Of course. Thanks.
Now we're going to hear from Mary, who is joining us from North Carolina to share some of her favorite finds.
Hey, Maddie. So here I am straight off of the trade show month. It's been a great month. I've learned a lot, seen so many good things. I will tell you that I've heard the word sustainability more times than I care to talk about. It's been such an important part of where our industry is going. Everything's going to be sustainable. So let's talk about sustainability. This shirt that I'm wearing is made by Lane 7. It's the Nantucket style, super comfortable, super soft. It's trendy, and I know you see this style worn in all parts of your life, and it's sustainable. Lane 7 is known for their sustainability practices. Their factories are all feature renewable energy, and since 2021, they have recycled more than 44 million plastic bottles. So this was probably a plastic bottle at some point. So moving on, productivity and wellness. That's also something we saw a lot of. Really, the corporate customer helping their employee or their customer really understand what it is to feel good and be well. So here's this journal. It's called the Change Journal. It's by Leuchtturm, 1917. It's 1917 because that's when the company began. This thing is like a personal trainer for your habits. It's got 24 proven methods to help you get your life together. It's beautiful, and the imprint area here at the bottom, they do a gold foil. So pretty. You'll really love it. So moving on, here is one of my favorite things. Now, it just looks like headphones to you, but what it is to me is a solution to an age-old problem of having your headphones die. These are wireless headphones that are rechargeable by solar energy. So you can go out and be listening to your podcast in the sun in the park or whatever you're doing and never have to worry about your headphones dying. So these are Urbanista, and they're beautiful headphones. So the sound is great. Speaking of great sound, we'll talk about the Demmer Box. The Demmer Box is a Bluetooth speaker, and it's built inside a Pelican box. Now, Pelican boxes are known for their sturdiness. They're known for, they're sand-free. It's waterproof, so you can put your valuables inside the Pelican case that houses the speaker, and you can put drinks in there. It's also, you have a plug inside so you can power up your devices as you are out and about in your sturdy Bluetooth speaker place to be. It's a beautiful sounding a piece of equipment, and you'll love it. It's been a great time. Thank you for your time. If you need help finding anything, just give me a call. I'm happy to help. So as we leave, I'm going to let you hear some of the Demmer Box and its beautiful sound. Except for me.
Thanks, Mary. I know our clients are going to love all of these new products this year.
Now we're going to hear from Ryan, who recently traveled to Orlando for the ASI show. And I know that you explored a lot of new trends for 2025 while you were there. So my question is, what key trends stood out to you, and how do you see these shaping the industry this year?
Yeah, thank you for having me. So when we go to these shows, we see thousands of products as we're going down the aisles, and we start to notice emerging trends from those products. So the first trend that I've noticed is what we call modern utility. It's kind of a reimagining of classic utility items. So think things like workwear, but instead of just focusing on the construction industry, it's really expanding out into other areas. So it's products that can be useful for anybody. One of my favorite items is this recycled utility tote. Traditionally this would be for tools, but I actually use it to take things in and out from my car, so I don't have to make multiple trips, and it's just a very useful, practical product.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen that trend also kind of carry into household items like aprons or pot holders, things like that. So that's really cool. Yeah. And next, what's another trend?
Another trend is social sports. So we started to see this last year with pickleball. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in this country, but it goes beyond pickleball. It goes into things like bocce ball, disc golf, really just any very social outdoor activity. And one of my favorite items because of that is this Igloo half-gallon jug. It's extremely useful, and you obviously need to stay hydrated when you're out in the heat. And my favorite thing about it is it has these hooks, so you can actually hook it onto a fence. So think like you're at a tennis match, very convenient.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that you mentioned pickleball, so I just wanted to show the sets that you could do and just all the fun things you can do with the paddles and the covers. So pickleball, that's really cool. All right, next up, what do we have?
So we have something lasting luxury. So what that means is really just a focus on products that are of high quality, have a high perceived value, and will last a long time. So you're not just going to see them, piling up in a dumpster. And this is a great example of that. Is this brand called Vinglase. This is one of my favorite drinkware brands. And what's special about it is it has glass lining on the inside. So if you don't like that stainless steel taste, then this is a perfect product for you. And again, durability, it's going to last for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of my favorites. I've talked about it before on social. It's trending on TikTok too. So very cool item to have.
All right, so I have one more thing.
Perfect.
Every year you see different trends emerging in the technology category. This year, it's all about NFC. So this is basically something where you can tap your phone and open up a link to a website. So Maddie will show us here.
Go.
So this technology is in this hat, but it can also be included in pretty much any product. We're seeing it in pens, in drinkware, in t-shirts, and I expect as this year continues, you're just going to start seeing this technology in pretty much every type of product that you can think of.
Yeah, that's really cool for sporting events or concerts or even on college campuses to find information like maps and all of that. So that's one of my favorites. So thank you so much, Ryan. I love all of these trends, and I know our clients are going to love them too.
Thank you again for having me.
Super excited to introduce our next guest, Callie. She is joining us from Pennsylvania, and she is one of our promo pros who has a keen eye for strategy and helping our clients shine. So, Callie, my question for you is, how are we incorporating these new products and trends from the shows and the strategies to better meet our clients' goals in 2025?
Hi, Maddie. Thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited. This is my first live event with Pinnacle, so thanks for letting me join. Hello, everybody in social media land. My name is Callie, and I am on the account development team at Pinnacle Promotions, and I've actually been a part of the industry for 16 years, and I just love what I do. Being in Pennsylvania and being remote, I don't often have the opportunity to see a lot of the cool new product and trends that are happening that the folks in the office get to see. So I make sure that I attend trade shows every year. And I was a part of ASI Orlando this year, and I got to see so many cool things for 2025. And what I want to share with you today is how I take what I learned at that trade show and apply it to the different projects that we work on together with our customers. I think a good brand merchandising strategy is twofold. First, customer knowledge, and second, industry knowledge. One thing we are really good at Pinnacle is honing that customer knowledge. So when we are working with you as a buyer, we get intimate with your brand guidelines. We know everything about what goes into picking your logo and what your brand is trying to represent. We also look into your mission statement. We know about your customer. We know about the service or the product that you're offering. And taking that customer knowledge with what we know about the industry, we can map out an amazing plan for using your investment dollars wisely in your marketing strategies. So how I take all of that customer knowledge that you give me, and I take that to the trade show floor. But there's 4,000 plus suppliers at the trade show. So how do I navigate that? Well, I map out a plan. You just cannot go into these shows without a plan. The show floor is very exciting, but it's also very overwhelming. So I look at my map, I see all of the vendors that are there and what they're selling, what they have to offer, and I take three main ideas with me onto the trade show floor. Number one, I am looking for colors. These companies go and they put so much effort and thought behind their logo and the colors that they choose. And so when I tell you I see customer logos in my sleep, that is not a lie. So I take those colors that I see all the time, bright oranges, blues, yellows, whatever it may be, and I'm looking out at the trade show floor, and so those colors are going to stand out to me. And our suppliers are really good about laying out everything by color, and so it's just so easy for your eyes to focus on that. And that's my first focus. Second focus is categories. I need to know what my customer normally buys, or what they want to start buying. So are they a customer that is apparel heavy? Do they outfit their staff? Do they buy bulk product like giveaways for trade shows? Or are they purchasing those expensive executive gifts for Fortune 500 companies? That is really important to know, because then I can review the list of the suppliers that are there and say, I know this is who offers this. That's where I'm going to go. And so I map out my walk around the trade show floor with those two things in mind. The third category that I'm thinking about at all times is what's trending and what's popular in the industry. And that's where I lean very heavily on the suppliers. So we cover and work with a wide variety of vertical markets. We have everybody from healthcare to education to manufacturing. But our suppliers, they are supplying, hence the name, the product to far more industries than we are. They're not just selling to me, they're selling to everybody. So they know better than I do who's buying what. They know what's popular in the banking industry, the financial industry. They know what's popular in automotive. So I'm really leaning on their expertise while I'm walking around the floor to know what's popular. And in 2025, I can tell you the color of the year is like this beautiful mocha tan color. They had a lot of those products. Tone on tone decorating. So everybody has brand colors, and we get that, and that's beautiful, and you want to market with that. But when you're looking at items that are more gifty in nature, that's going to be your more tone on tone, your non-standard decoration. So instead of left chest, you're looking at something on the back or down the sleeve. USA made products are huge this year, and sustainability has been a message that has really been pushed by the industry for the past couple of years. So those are the current trends that we're seeing. I'm leaning on that education from the suppliers. I'm taking my customer knowledge, I'm taking that industry knowledge, and I'm putting them together. And we just come up with a beautiful plan where your marketing merchandise is going to be not only what represents your brand the best, but also falls in line with current industry trends. So that's how I go to the trade shows. I go in with a plan, and I come out with a bigger plan, because there's so much to learn. And I'm just excited to share what is really popular this year and what's trending. And so let's get that promo game going.
This was all such great information. Thanks, Callie. Last but certainly not least is the newest member of our team, Abby. She is the Director of Marketing. And Abby, this was your first time at PPAI, so I'm sure you have a lot of insights on the show in Vegas. My question for you is, what were your key takeaways or favorite moments from the show, and how do they influence your approach to client work?
Yeah. So I am new to the promotional goods industry, so PPAI was a great opportunity for me to just learn a lot about the industry and meet a lot of our vendors. And it was really great to just see the wide variety of products that can get decorated. And I think it really helps us be able to market to our clients and customers that when it comes to choosing promo and personalized products, there really is no limit to the creativity we can do with our projects.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you so much. That was great behind the scenes insight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to our panel of promo pros. We are so excited to bring these discoveries to our clients and help you create impactful promotional strategies this year. If you're interested in any of the products or trends we've covered today, or if you just want to brainstorm creative solutions for your brand this year, definitely reach out to us. And as always, you can see more at pinnaclepromotions.com. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.